Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Sports. My name is Rev Trev, and I'm so glad you're here because the Green Bay Packers are in the playoffs, and we're winning playoff games, and there's a huge divisional game. We're going to get into the 5 keys on how the Packers can upset the 49ers. I know it's going to be tough. It's going to be rough, but we have a chance to make it happen, to find a way. So I just want to dive in to today. But before we do that, I want to talk about this game just really quick, really short, because I am just sick and tired of the national narrative that's going on right now, that they're saying, oh, the Cowboys were an embarrassment. The Cowboys were this and that, and poor Cowboys, boo-hoo. They should have, they did it. Stop it. Give the Packers some credit for once. This is a team that is the youngest team in NFL history to make the playoffs. This is absolutely ridiculous. They are not America's team. They are not. It is just like we have owned them. We have more wins at AT&T than they do. Like this is insane. So I'm at the stage where I'm done. We were up 48-16. That 32 points. I mean, we were just playing prevent defense. We knew as we were just trying to run out the clock. Are you kidding me? We dominated them from the beginning to the end. Like every facet of the football game, we absolutely destroyed this garbage team, this fraud team, this team that does not have a run game. Only had one wide receiver. Our wide receiver core is way better than theirs. We got to Dak. We caused the pick 6. We got the Jair got the turnover. So I just want to let everyone know we're putting the league on notice. We're putting the league on notice that the Packers are for real. This isn't just we slid into. This is the only team in NFL history that's won as a 7th seed. Do you know the last time that the Packers won the Super Bowl was against the Steelers, 2010. We were the lowest seed. Beat everybody, got to the Super Bowl, and listen, we never lost the lead one time in the Super Bowl. Now, are we going to win the Super Bowl? I don't know. But all I know is we're on fire, and I'm loving it. And if you haven't checked out my divisional predictions, please check that out. It's just one of my last few videos I've made. Check it out. I put all my predictions here. So let's dive in to this real quick. So like I said, it's going to be tough, everyone. It's going to be tough, okay? We know that this 49ers team is legitimate. If you would have said to me at the beginning of the playoffs, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? I was going to say the 49ers, okay? The 49ers, and they still might. I'm going to give them all the credit of the world. They have 4,000 Pro Bowlers coming off that team. Most of them are starting in the Pro Bowl. Well, I mean, whatever the Pro Bowl is now, something different. They have all these all-stars. They have all these stats and insane things like, and if Brock Purdy has time, he looks good. Mr. Irrelevant is relevant. You got Deebo Samuel. You got Ayuk, Torsion, you got Kittle. Are you kidding me? Now, we haven't even talked about CMC, and we'll talk to them about in a minute. Their defense is legitimate, so I'm going to give them credit. Like, let me not be a biased Packers fan right now and say we're totally going to easily, like we're going to do to San Francisco what we did to Dallas. I don't think that's going to happen. In fact, I think they're very, very good. Now, here's the thing about the playoffs, everyone. You got to earn everything. There's no one gives you anything. No one sat down in front of that Eagles offense and said, hey, you're 12-5. I know you had a couple rough weeks. The Buccaneers are like, here you go. No, they went and they smashed them. They smashed them in the mouth. And I think that's what we need to do. We need to just go and say, we belong. We belong, right? So in my opinion, to be the best, you have to beat the best. And we might as well start on Saturday. Saturday is the big game. And so I just want to remind us about a couple things when it comes to this. So you have to be, if we want to be the best, you got to beat the best. But Jordan Love's been on fire. He's been arguably the best quarterback in the entire NFL for the last month. Look at these passer ratings. 157.2, 128.6, 125.3, 109.1, 111.5. Like that's insane. That's insane. And so if Jordan Love can continue doing that, it'll be absolutely awesome. And then the other big question we got to ask is, which defense will be dominant? Will it be the San Francisco 49ers? Will it be the Green Bay Packers? Because if we're, in all honesty, we do to Dallas what San Francisco does to us. We're 0-4 against San Francisco. They run the ball down our throats in the past, right? They found ways to win. That block kick, we were winning 10-3 in the playoff game at home. They block our punt and score. Guys, we lost that game. It was embarrassing, right? So the question is which defense will be dominant? Which O-line will be great? And so we're going to dive into the 5 keys, and I'm just going to start with number 5. But before I do that, I just want to give a shout out to all the people that are watching right now. Jake, do you think Love will loop? I don't know, man. That's a little awkward for me, to be honest with you. But I do think it's obviously not Love versus Purdy. It's the defense. And so I think that the defense has to come after Purdy if they can get the protection and keep him able to pass and to be effective. We're in trouble. So we got to get to him, right? And so, Kimo, good to have you here. Sorry about your Cowboys. I know we're brothers, but at the end of the day, someone had to win, and we just kicked the crap out of your Cowboys, dude. How about them Cowboys, right? So sorry, but not sorry, because we want to win. We want to win. And you guys should have been better. Should have been better. Your defense should have been better. Don't call them a fraud. It cheapens your win. Well, I mean, yeah, good point. Good point. Maybe they're not frauds. I'm just trying to be antagonistic. Go Pack, go. Welcome, Chris. I do think we can get to Purdy. Yeah, and if we do, it changes everything. Okay, let's get into the top 5. The top 5 keys for the Packers to win this week. I think number 5 is Matt LaFleur can't get out-coached by Kyle Shanahan. He cannot get out-coached, guys. And we've seen that in the past. And that's one of the things that worries me. So, Matt LaFleur, you got to come. You got to be prepared. Your staff's got to be prepared. Joe Barry, you got to be prepared. You've got to be ready. You've got to get this team ready to play this team because they're good. They're good. You need to get there. So, number 5 is definitely Matt LaFleur cannot get outcoached on Saturday. Okay. Number 4 is make Purdy turn the ball over. They lost. They got pounded by the Cleveland Browns. This is not an invincible team, guys. This is not an invincible team. They lost to the Cleveland Browns, who had a very good defense, and they also lost to the Minnesota Vikings, who I would argue had a good defense, had a great game plan. Now, granted, they were very hurt in that game, the San Francisco 49ers, so that does concern me. But they got Purdy to turn the ball over. If we can get Purdy to turn the ball over like Dak did against us, I think we have a good shot. The other one, and this one's one of the most difficult ones for sure, so we have to slow down McCaffrey. San Francisco is 10-1 when McCaffrey rushes for 75-plus yards. they usually run the ball down our throat. Mozart had 220 or something like that rushing yards against us in that one playoff. We can't have that happen. Our boys have to show up. Quay Walker, Campbell have to show up as the linebackers. Excuse me. We've got to get that those gaps to close with Wyatt and with Clark and Van Ness and all those guys. We've got to start doing those things. So it's absolutely crucial, and of course, get to the quarterback, right? So that's number 3. Number 2 is that Green Bay has to run the ball effectively. Now, the good news is Aaron Jones is on fire, and we've seen a team without Aaron Jones healthy. So when he's not been around, we've really struggled. He's probably our best player offensively. I know that everyone wants to say Jordan Love, but he's the key to our success. I think he's the glue. So if he can run the ball 4 straight weeks with 110 plus rushing yards, this guy's a man on a mission. I'm loving his game, so I'm pumped about it. I'm absolutely pumped about Aaron Jones, watching him play on Sunday. If we can run the ball, man, we got a shot because our wide receivers get open, and we've got good game plans. So that just leads us to number 1, is that we have to slow down the San Francisco pass rush. We have to give Jordan Love time to shine, and he has been dominating this league. So please, come on, boys. You got it. The O-line has played so good for 4 weeks. I want us to do this so well, okay? So here we are, okay? Here we are. We're playing in the biggest game of the year. We've won the biggest games of the year at the end. When we needed to win, we found ways to win. And so I hope that I don't think this is going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a real hard-fought battle, and I hope we find a way to win. That's what I'm hoping for, okay? So also, if you haven't followed me on X, which is RevTrevK, please do on YouTube and on Facebook. Now, let's talk about this matchup and my predictions. I want to let you guys know something. If you haven't noticed, I predicted that the Packers were going to be 9-8, and they were going to be in the playoff hunt, that they were going to be fighting for a wild card position, that they might make the playoffs. Who knows? Well, I nailed that. You know what I didn't nail? I didn't nail any of the weeks. I thought the Chicago Bears were going to win week 1, okay? I thought we were going to beat the Falcons. I thought we were going to – I thought we were going to lose to the Saints. We didn't lose to the Saints. I thought we were going to beat the Giants. I thought we were going to beat the Buccaneers. Guess what? I was wrong all year. I thought we were going to lose to the Lions, and we were going to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I've been wrong all year. And guess what I picked last week? Dallas was going to beat Green Bay because they should have. But guess this just in. We're way better than I thought. We're way better. We are proving the world wrong. So because I keep being wrong, I'm saying that the 49ers win on Saturday, 8:15 Eastern time. I'm hoping my reverse psychology works because we have no business to beat this team. They're veterans. They've been here before. They've beaten us last 4 times. So all logical sense says that you should be picking the 49ers, and that's why I'm going to pick them, because I'm a passionate fan and realistic at the same time. But I hope I'm wrong. I totally hope. I'm cheering like we're going to win the Super Bowl. Okay, guys? If we win Sunday, I think Saturday, we're going to the Super Bowl. I don't care who wins against the Bucs and the Lions. I don't think you're going to stop this team if that happens. So we'll see. Of course, I'm going to cheer this team on. But, man, it's going to be a wild game. I hope Jair gets to play. I hope he's healthy enough. I think Christian Watson's going to have a big game. I think Reed's going to be really dynamic, where they both weren't last week. Dobbs was fantastic. Musgrave had a great game. Wicks, I just love Wicks. He has a good game every game. So love watching him play. And I hope Dylan plays as well. It's going to be a big, big game for us. And I hope our defense comes to play like we did last week. If our defense comes to play, oh, baby, we're going to win this week. We're going to win this week. So, yeah, I'd love to know what you think. Post in the comments what you think are the keys, and post in the comments your score prediction. Let me know. But, of course, always, I'm going to be cheering on our team. And just before we call it a day, call it a night, everyone, I just want to get to the last comment here. Jake says, we have to stop the run, and the D-line has to get extra pressure. 100% agree with that. All right. Thanks so much for coming by. Thanks for being here. And, of course, oh, by the way, watch the outro. I've just updated it. I've got videos now in there as well. You're going to love it. It's live footage of me as well, and just some of the great plays that we've done. So thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. And, of course, always, go, Pack, go.
What now?
Oh, yes! Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Green Bay, represent! There we go. What a